Happy New Year, everybody. It is New Year's Eve at the time of this recording, and I have the gang of Brothering Around here, or formerly of Brothering Around, as we do this podcast. Somebody's holding up a beer.
Yeah.
Somebody else is not cross stitching. They're
I'm doing some knitting. I'm having a cider.
Yeah, you're making a blindfold for the bird box as she's getting ready to fly. And Todd is celebrating his birthday with us.
Yeah. Yes,
you
sir.
guys and my good pal Jameson.
Yes.
Irish whiskey.
There you go.
Not sponsored.
So this is a special cast where we're just going to take our year in review of how we did, creating our content, ups and downs, that sort of thing, and it's just gonna be a casual conversation of what's going on. And I'm trying to get Todd out of here just so he can celebrate.
I mean, being here is fine. This is celebration enough.
Celebration enough. Okay.
You do realize that I work so fucking hard on just doing a bunch of shit that this is nice to kind of relax with.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. So yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about today, tonight actually, as we're recording this. So guys, when you guys think about your year in review of how you did, from start of January to now, what are a particular thing that is, or at least maybe a summary of anything that you did this year when it came to just making stuff for people to watch or listen or just engage in. Anybody can start, really.
Fair. I mean, for me, it was the big thing was the podcast network. Whether it was doing the show with Maury, doing Gimmick Bag, doing Pod Errors with Ray and Ballin of Through Ballin Gaming.
I was waiting for it.
Doing Brothering Around with you gents.
Yeah.
Or now running a bi-weekly.
Yeah,
Vampire
dude.
the Masquerade.
Shit, man. I saw that and I was like, this is rad, but good God, man. I thought my workload was heavy. Shit.
Yeah, and I'm looking to add another game on top of that in 2019. Wow. So it'll be alternating games.
Oh, Jesus.
Recording every Sunday, and it's just so much work for me. But you know what? I'm fine with it. I mean, I'm waiting on iTunes to kind of say oh, we're good and you're ready to go. Radio Public's already says, yeah, it's up. So,
nice. Yeah.
Radio Public, I put it up and they're just oh, we got to review it. Yep, we're good. I'm like, oh shit, that's something. Stitcher's waiting on that, but yeah, we me, Maury, Ray, Ballin, and It's Anubis.
Yes.
It's Anubis.
Actually started recording that yesterday.
Okay,
we
cool.
did our first session and it went rather well, believe it or not. I was really surprised at how well it went because I was sober.
At least
credit.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean we'd been playing for a good month and a half, try to get everything together, everything working, and I mean that was the end game, of just getting everything. I've been trying to get a tabletop game done on as content through streaming or even YouTube for a year and a half, 2 years, just getting a game together. It's been such a fucking nightmare, and we finally have that behind us. That is my high point of 2018.
Yeah.
Everything else, I mean, everything excluding all the podcast stuff was shit.
Okay. Well, what was the motivation to get that going? Just because you just wanted to, or just
I love tabletop games, and I like playing tabletop games and spreading my passion for them was one of the coolest things. For example, Ray and Maury are really new to role playing.
Yeah.
Ray is probably one of the hardest people to get them to make a character.
Okay.
They just take forever in it, and then they're not set on it. We got a point where it's just we got to wait 2 weeks for the next session. I really like this character. And I'm like, Beautiful. Got it.
Gotcha. Yep.
So, I mean, to me, to get somebody that had such trouble, and with something as good as, well, I say as good because like I love Vampire the Masquerade, but something like that, and it's like otherwise there would have been no interest of like. So I keep throwing out. I'm like, well, secretly you've just really been into vampire games and you haven't known it.
Okay.
So
okay. All right. So it froze for like a good maybe 5 seconds. Can you backtrack a little bit of what you just said?
Oh,
Just 5 seconds.
What was the last thing you heard?
Like it literally like froze, and I'm like,
well,
literally.
Shit.
Guess we'll never know now.
Okay,
No,
so the last thing I remember was Ray was having a tough time.
So Ray always has trouble creating characters.
Okay.
We had done Pathfinder with Ray prior, and we essentially just had them constantly re-roll their previous character.
Okay.
So they can get into it. With Vampire, it took a little time to get them to make a character, but now it's like we got to wait 2 weeks for our next game. And I'm like, yeah, it's just like, but I really like this character. And I'm like, Ray's learning Welsh, like because of the character. Like it is nuts. Like it is devotion to that character.
Yeah. No, you got to commit.
And I just make the jokes about, well, it just took a vampire game to get you into role playing. You've secretly been into vampires the entire time. I'm not the only weirdo.
I mean, you're not, for fuck's sake.
Fair.
There goes all your monetization as well. Sorry, Marco.
Okay.
Monetization.
I get it. I get it through the ads on Anchor.
Okay.
Nice.
So like, I mean, sure, I'll get like maybe $1 or here for this one on the video side, but yeah, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Sweet me.
Yeah, there you go. Maury, like, what do you? How was the year as you like think about it as a whole in terms of making?
I think
as you're making something right now.
As I'm making something right now, I've kind of learned. I'm gonna kind of get a little bit, not really like hippy dippy, but
Okay.
I've kind of learned to like not take the streaming stuff so seriously anymore. I was starting to get burnt out.
Okay.
Like around the beginning of the year to like around mid-year, and it's like I can't keep up with this. I'm just gonna stream when I can, a couple times on the weekend maybe, and just kind of see what happens from there. And yeah, it's been a huge difference between how my content has been from the past couple years to this year, where it's just been, fuck, I'll stream if I feel like it.
Yeah.
I can't be bothered right now. I have a sore throat. Sorry, guys.
I do remember like back then, like when we first got to know you, you were pretty active streaming wise with all the stuff that you were doing. And then now, as I see it, it's more like just whenever, like you said, whenever you can. It's not so much of like a not a pressure filled thing that you have to stream because your viewers want you to see you stream, but like just for your enjoyment and just whatever type of game that you're really into or you're thinking about playing at that moment. So,
right. Exactly. And I've learned to like kind of reprioritize to kind of like, put like friends and family first and then do the streaming thing. Like if someone, like I literally had a friend go, hey, I'm in town. And the day that I have streaming, it's like, okay, I'll come see you.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, for sure. There you go. That's good. You always got to prioritize that, friends and family and just you.
Yes.
As what me and Kami said in the first episode of the podcast, just got to take care of yourself. You were kind of doing the same thing in terms of like just taking a backseat with streaming as well, right? Because you have other things that you're having your plate.
Well, it's kind of diminished over the course of the year. I bought a car like in February. Yeah. And then I all of a sudden, hey, there's an apartment that you might be able to qualify for. Would you like to check it out? Yeah. And I moved in the middle of the goddamn year. So there's been a lot of changes kind of behind the scenes.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think with 2019, if I kind of like reset my schedule to kind of really work with, okay, I can for sure probably stream on these times and not get lazy about it. I can probably, try to find a better balance between life and streaming.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
make it all work out.
Yeah, Kami, how about you? Like, as I was mentioning with Maury, you took a backseat as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So those priorities have very much shifted, and it is kind of something that we hinted at on that first episode of Content Creators. To where I had been doing and I had to do all my timeline stuff today because hey, today go to KamiDaHoboEntertainment.com, brand new website, all that stuff. I literally put up my top like 6 or 7 games of 2018 about an hour and a half ago. So yeah, the last day of 2018. Yeah, I just did it. I was like, oh, by the way, I'm doing all this stuff, which I get more fulfillment out of releasing things that way because I used to be hype guy, right? Oh, there's a big thing coming 2 weeks from now. Set your calendar, blah blah blah. Yeah. And then there was this stark realization. It sounds bad, but like nobody set their calendar. You see what I'm saying? Like you would hype and you would hype and you would hype, but then people would be like, yeah, that's neat. Yeah. So you're like, okay, I put 2 weeks of my life into this big reveal to whatever, and maybe 12 people cared. Right. But what I found is like, okay, now I started to want to make something like, okay, yeah, we all are content creators, but we have to have our own angle at it. So that's why I'm so stoked that like Todd is able to do be a DM on a tabletop game, because you can find that other places on the internet, but probably not a Vampire the Masquerade one. I mean, that's one of those things that like it's very niche, but it's specific. You know what I mean?
It's kind of expanding on Twitch a bit.
Yeah, totally. And that's what I started realizing. And just like Maury said, whenever you start realizing that, hey, I do have loved ones and we have a mortgage and we have all this stuff, and maybe I should focus on that instead of constantly being stressed by like going, oh, I got to do this and then I got to do this and I'm working 40 hours a week and then I got to do this. Like, I'll be straight up with all you. This year, one of the best things I ever did this year on a personal note is get on Prozac because I was like super overwhelmed because I had podcasts, we were doing stuff. I mean, the shows were great. That quality was so high. The output was high. I was doing Let's Plays. We were doing all this stuff and we were going at it. And then it just started getting way too much again. So I was like, you know what? I need to chill out and I don't think I can do it by myself. So go get on the stuff, right? Get on Prozac. It's been life-changing because what it does is it allows you to step back and not be as like in it and anxious and like, oh, I got to do it now and I got to do this and people depend on me and get, I always say that anxiety is something that you don't think about the worst outcome of a situation. You think of every outcome of every situation. So it's like constant. Your mind's constantly going. You can't sleep, all this stuff. And it sounds dramatic to be like, oh, my YouTube channel made me nervous and I had to get on medicine. But it's like, if you're that type of personality, if you're that type of person that you constantly have to drudge ahead, get going, it can eat at you. It really can. It
sounds like it was a culmination. It wasn't just the YouTube, but like it was a culmination.
Yeah.
Everything leading up to that, and it's like, all right, well, we're at this point now, so
and that's where it was, and that was whenever I had to make that choice of, okay, I am going to make a distinct difference, because I mean, looking back, and like I said on the timeline for KamiDaHobo Entertainment, I did my about page. I started this whole thing 12 years ago. So you're thinking, if you're grinding out podcasts and shows and websites and all this stuff for 12 years,
all that stuff,
you're and to be totally fair, like I have seen success and I'm very happy with the success that I found, but it's not going to go much past that, right? So I'm like, yeah, I enjoyed it, but I did it for over a decade. So now what else can I do? And a good friend of mine, I got to speak with him, Justin from No Quarter. I have that YouTube thing up with him. We go way back, college and stuff. So we were talking about it and he was like, well, here's the thing, man. He was like, you got a lot of projects going on, but you don't sell anything. And he was like, it's not about making money, but look at the successful people. Look at the people like your Ninja, your PewDiePie, whatever. They have products they sell, not because that basically they use their YouTube popularity to sell the product. So he was like, do something to where you can sell it. Like write a book, which I'm doing now. Make video games. Like make things. That way, if you do YouTube, you can plug your product. You can be like, oh, by the way, guys, I'm an author. If you like what I do here, go check this out. Blah, blah, blah. So I think coming at another angle of like, I want to create things, but I want to create them from scratch. Like I love, and you know me, man, I love the dynamic of talking about games and playing games and sharing the love of games. But what about making a thing that other people like? I just imagine, like, holy shit, what if there's a podcast like A Brothering Around that talks about a thing I made?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's unbelievable to me. Like that's almost not realistic. It's like, that's one of those pipe dream things that you like, okay, I want people to talk about this and be like, that's a guy to watch because what he makes is from the heart and it's real. And like, that shit's rad. And I'm a big fan of it. And like my games at first, you know, and you can go to KamiDaHobo.itch.io. And I have 2 games up there right now, both free. My 3rd game, which is a lot bigger, that's also going to be free. But it is what it is. I need to get my feet wet. I need to learn how to do it, and then I'll make the thing that I charge money for. And it won't be a lot. It'll be like $5, but still, you got to build goodwill. People know that I'm serious about it, and then you know it's the same amount of work, but to me, it's more fulfilling, and it's a little more. I just have myself. I'm not adhered to, if I don't put up this YouTube video, I'm not going to have 1,000 subscribers and I'm not going to blah, blah, blah. And I'm not going to do this. And these people are looking forward to this. But if I stay quiet and like what you said, I ninja'd the website today. I totally did. I've had that website going for about a week, 2 weeks now, but I only have 1 post and I waited till today to even talk about it. And I was like, oh, by the way, I have this new website. Go to it right now. Like, that's what I want to do with my games. Like, maybe give a teaser here and there, but then be like, oh, that game I talked about? Yeah, it's out. Go download it now. It's free on Linux. It's free on Mac. It's free on Windows. Go play it. And be like, holy shit. You know.
That's the best kind of announcement where you see the trailer, like, oh, yeah, that's cool. You see the things, and then, like, out now. Like, oh, wow, okay.
And like, whoa. Totally. And I could tell you I had more traction on both of my game releases than I did in, like, a year on YouTube. Which is crazy. Because it's like, okay, maybe I was doing the wrong thing. maybe I was putting a lot of my energy, but I'm glad I did it because now I know how to make a trailer. I know how to do voiceover. I know how to do, and these other skill sets start coming in handy because I have all this Twitch equipment, right? This microphone and the lights and stuff. But now I'm like, hey, this is a great soundproof room that I can do voice recording in, that I can do narration, that I can do, hell, if I wanted to write a book and then record myself reading it and release a book on tape, done. Audible. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, totally. Put it on Audible. Hey, you guys don't even have to get a narrator. I'm the narrator. Here you go. I know how to read it because I wrote the shit. You know, like, so that's just it is what it is, right? So that's the biggest takeaways. I think it's kind of a mix of kind of like Todd doing a passion project, but it's really picking up steam immediately, and it's like, whoa, this is it's great.
I mean, that's honestly amazing. It really
is. Yeah, and then Maury being like, hey, personal stuff, what makes me happy, family, but it's kind of taking all of that. That's kind of what I'm like. I'm happy that all of us kind of almost took the same lesson of like, leave that ninja shit for the ninja guy, and like, let's don't chase this dragon because it ain't gonna happen.
Though I will say it kind of annoys me that my day-to-day job is selling his shirts now.
That's true. Hey, I'll tell you what we talked about before we recorded our mood for 2019. My mood for 2019 are all the people right now in Times Square waiting for the New Year's ball to drop because Ninja is there and he started trying to make everyone do that floss Fortnite dance.
Oh God.
And they were having fucking none of it. And I laughed so hard. They were giving him the clean slate, like that. Just look it up on Twitter, whatever you got to do. Look up Ninja tries to floss on Times Square. People were pissed. It's raining. It's cold. They wanted none of it. And I was like, I love every single one of them. I love all of you very much.
Only in New York.
Happy 2019, baby. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
What the fuck's this guy doing?
Yeah, it's like, what is this? Is that a dance my 9-year-old does? Shit.
What the fuck is this? Like, seriously, like, don't you have a lawsuit?
No shit. Yeah. Oh, don't worry. He won't be playing any games with girls, so we won't have to worry about that.
Yeah, exactly. I was talking about the Fortnite dance lawsuits.
Yeah,
what's going on
with Carlton? Yeah.
Well, and also the kid that did the floss dance is doing as well.
Oh yeah.
Copyright dance moves, dude. You can't do that shit.
You can. You actually
sort of, but it has to be like you can copyright the Nutcracker. but because it's like an hour-long thing that has lines and a dance.
So you copywriting exactly.
So the thing is, there's no precedent for this,
right?
But the thing is, if it is a performance can be copyrighted.
Yeah.
So, for example, like the Carlton dance, like that's part of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, that should fall under that copyright.
But then it's like, because at a certain level, because everyone knows what the dance is because it's called the Carlton dance. Yes. So that context helps its case. But like, when's the last time you saw someone do a Cabbage Patch? You see what I'm saying? Like, that shit's copywritten, but who cares? Like,
minutes from now, when I have more boobs than me.
Yeah, exactly. Like, but that's like the electric slide. Is that copywritten? Is a two-step copywritten? I don't think so. But you know what those dances are. Like, what about a waltz? Right. A waltz is a very specific thing of steps, not copywritten.
But things like the Thriller dance, that's copywritten.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. His estate's crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, like any like choreographed thing that you see in like music videos, those are going to be copywritten as well. So it's like there's this precedent that like we really got to see where it's going to go. I really hope they fucking bend them over a barrel. I really hope because I paid $60 fucking for that goddamn game, and you know what they do? Free to play. We're not going to work on the shit you paid for. So fuck you.
Yeah.
So basically, what I'm hearing is like when it comes to like a singular person doing a popular dance, that's copywritten. You know,
you can copyright that. Yeah.
Right. But if it's like a like you said, a waltz or like Tootsie Roll or whatever.
Right.
Nobody's like no particular person is
because there's nobody's there to claim it.
Yeah, well, true, because you have to protect your copyright. And the other one, and this is the weird precedent, but you guys remember the Elaine dance from Seinfeld? Whenever she was like doing the dance where she couldn't like move her body the correct way? Well, they did the same thing on Friends, right? They would always do that same type of shit. Nothing ever came of it because people thought it was a reference, and references can sometimes be put under satire. Yep. So like, now that's fair use. Like, crazy, dude. The law is fucking nuts.
Well, it's like, we with the Carlton, they did, if you look at Destiny, there's the Carlton in Destiny.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But it's not the full dance.
Right. Right.
Whereas Fortnite's just like the whole thing. There you go.
Oh, yeah. And the Scrubs dance, the Turk dance. Yeah. Which is great, by the way. Like, that just makes me laugh. But what's so weird is like, because you have to protect your copyright. Like Disney found that out the hard way, and then that's why they passed all those freaking copyright laws. Yep. But the weird part is you also you have to protect it. But Carlton, when he was on a TMZ interview where he talked about like, oh yeah, I stole that dance, and that dance came from this, and then I put a little bit of that in there, and then I did some of that, and there you go, that's the dance. Yeah. So then, like, if he would have had a court case, he just shot himself in the foot because he was like, "Oh, it's not my dance. I modified it from this dance." Like, come on now. Now you're just basically proving the point.
But if you think about it, like everything's kind of like when it comes to dancing, there's only so many movements you can do. So everything's
correct. Yes, yeah.
Something else.
Right. Well, it's like you can't copyright. Like if you're playing music, you can't copyright the key E.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that would be fucking insane because then no one could ever play that chord without paying royalties to like Paul McCartney or whoever. You know what I mean? Like, and if anyone could, it'd be him. But it's like
the Fine Brothers copywriting Reaction.
Yeah,
that whole deal. Like, what? So you own Reaction? Like, no, that's not cool at all.
You can't do that. It's a format, but the format is there's so many different moving parts to it. You can't copyright it. It's not like you didn't copyright a lens to a camera that views something. Like you can't copyright talking. You just can't. You can't. I'm sorry. Like you can't do that. It's nuts. But it's so weird. It's like, but that's a perfect segue to how kind of crazy 2018 was. Mm-hmm. It's like the dude that played Carlton is suing Fortnite. What? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
I think Backpack Kid suing Epic Games is even more ridiculous.
That's really not his dance. He's like 9.
Mhm.
You stole that shit from the 80s, dude. But it's like I don't know. It's bizarre. Like, but it's interesting, but it's screwed up. But like, it is a perfect amalgamation of 2018.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, 2018 sucked. Like it's kind of it just did. You know, it was a rough year for a lot of people, personal, professional. Like
It went on for fucking ever too, didn't it?
I know.
At least it wasn't 2017.
Yeah.
I felt like it went by fast, to be honest.
Really.
Yeah, like,
The second part did.
We had a Winter Olympics this year. Do you fucking remember that? I fucking don't.
I don't.
That was this fucking year.
Yeah, that happened. You know, jeez.
You mean
Yeah,
I missed the women's curling this year? Jesus.
I know. What the fuck,
Dude, real talk though, the only network I could get for Olympic Network was fucking women's curling, and I'm not kidding. But guess what? Guess what I did? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give this a benefit of the doubt, and I started watching it. And like 2 hours go by, I start getting into it. I'm like,
amazing.
I'm like, no, she can't lead that much. She can't lead that much because it's gonna, you know. I start like, and my wife's like, babe, you're fucking crazy.
Women's curling is fucking amazing. It really is.
They're like hitmen. Every single one of them is an assassin because they're like they know exactly like pressure to put on. Like you can see them with like piano wire, just like doing some shit because they're like scientists. They're like, and they'll call it out too. They'll push it and they'll be like left, and then all of them are like, you're like, oh my god, how's that possible?
Yeah,
Magic.
Yeah, it is magic. It's totally magic.
It's magic and all that stuff. What you're doing, Maury, is magic. Curling is magic.
Yeah, like creating something from nothing was what Maury's literally doing in front of our very eyes.
Thank you.
Todd is building a story from scratch.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I also have help because I'm not going to say like, oh, I'm building all the story myself. That's what I have players for.
No, hey, but that's fair. You gotta herd the cats. You know what I mean? You gotta keep everything
go
going.
off the cuff a couple times last night.
There you go.
Well, not off the cuff, but
I mean, that's my style though. Of like, oh, here's basic notes. This is what I want to do. I know my players are gonna fuck me. So I better be ready to kind of think on the fly.
That's right, man. Going straight in. But yeah, see, so Maury's creating stuff from scratch. Todd's creating stuff from scratch, and I'm making asset flips on the Unity store. So it's fine. It's fine. That's all we're doing.
Which is basically like from scratch. So.
Yeah, exactly. I put them together. It's like Legos. You know.
That's content creation in general. Kind of like in general, like if you actually have an original idea, idea, that's amazing. But like for me personally, a lot of I did was like modified stuff that I've seen. Like Maximilian doing reactions, like, oh, I want to do that, so I did that in my own, way. I
saw you do it, and I was just like, I can make it even worse.
Yeah,
make it even worse.
Did it? Oh, yeah, no,
I'll watch a trailer. I'm not impressed.
But yeah, like a lot of that, the whole copyright thing, it just sounds like it kind of goes across the board. Just it's a more modified thing, and
right.
If you have an original idea, amazing. But if not, then
and no one really does. Everyone copied Shakespeare. That's the old saying in like writing and stuff like that. Is that if you try to think of a thing, or like South Park did that episode called Simpsons Did It. Yeah, it's like Simpsons did it. Simpsons did. There's not really there is no well untouched. But that's why I think Marco, well, all of us here on the show have always said, like, be yourself. You're the only you on the planet Earth. You are it. So bring your perspective, your life experiences, and shape it in such a way. You don't even have to drastically be different. Just bring your own attitude towards it. And that's the thing, is like my biggest thing that I will talk about, and I'll even say it right now. You know how comedians have to deal with like hecklers? Mm-hmm. Well, as a game developer, you have to deal with people like, oh, I know what assets you used when you made this. I know what I saw them on the store. And then my comeback every time has been, how dare you lazily comment using YouTube's built-in comment system without hand building something through ASP.NET through binary and then making a keyboard from scratch with an electric motherboard and reinventing a language and then retranslating that language into English to post it on the website. You fucking lazy hack. You're using tools that are given to you.
Dude, where can I see that comment? I want to see that.
But that's what it is, man. Like, everyone has to use something. It's like, shit, we're using Google. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, if you start going down that rabbit hole, like, no one's made anything ever. You know what I mean? Like, that's...
I mean, you're using asset flips. I'm using source books. I mean...
Totally. Yeah, I mean, you have to have some rules. And that's the thing, is creativity, and I think we can all agree on this. Creativity is not what amazing idea you can come up with. Creativity is solving the problems to make it reality. Mm-hmm. Like, how do you solve your problems? How do you take these 5 or 6 different ingredients? Okay, would you be mad at a chef, like a 5-star chef, because he didn't fucking graze the cow that he killed to make for the steak? No, that's stupid.
I mean, if he said it was farm to table, then yes.
Yeah, farm to
I love farm to table, and I'm like, did you graze it? No?
Is it? Yeah, right. Did you name the cow? Did you name it on its birth? Did you christen it? Then no, it is not. But it's like that. Yep. But that's the thing, man. Is yeah. So, and plus, isn't all food kind of farm to table? Really? Right. Like, there's probably some steps in between, but like, there was at one point at a thing that looked like a farm.
Well, I mean, they're growing steaks in fucking petri dishes now and shit.
Dude, I bet they're delicious.
I'd try one.
I totally would, dude. Put some A1 on that bad boy.
Right?
There you go.
There you go.
I would have to try it without any sauce, just so it's maybe a little salt, pepper, a little garlic powder, just a little something. Throw it on there. 2 minutes one side, 2 minutes the next side. Take it off, cut it, boom.
Yeah.
And then go, this is fucking dog shit. Give me the A1.
give me the sauce that makes it just taste like the sauce.
There goes there goes a video idea right there. Todd tries.
Tries lab-grown steak.
Yeah.
I mean, and I just so I've told people that I've talked to have heard me go on about in my past going to restaurants and people fucking up. And they're now saying that I should pitch it to like Food Network to make it a thing.
Oh no.
No, make it yours so like nobody has.
Well, so here's the thing. How well versed are you in cuisine? You're pretty decently versed, right?
I like food. Yeah.
Okay, good. Shepherd's pie.
Okay.
What is the protein?
I have no idea.
I got the correct answer.
I don't know.
The correct answer is lamb, sir. Lamb.
Yes. So when I go to a restaurant and they have fucking shepherd's pie on the menu, and I cut into the shepherd's pie with their fucking disgusting mashed potatoes that they didn't really do right.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you know what? I'll give them a pass on that. And I see and smell that it's beef.
That Taco Bell beef grinning at you? Yeah, man.
Taco Bell beef.
I lose my shit. Or when I order a burger and they give me a chicken burger and go, well, we were out of beef. Take it off the fucking menu.
Yeah.
I didn't want a chicken burger. I wanted a beef burger.
That brings out the oldest meme from, I think it's like No Quarter, Nitro Beard, all that. Is a burger a type of sandwich, or are they separate entities? My wife just came in and she was like, it's fucking different. But she made a good point. It plays devil's advocate. She made a total good point. If you went to a restaurant and ordered a burger and they brought you a salami sandwich, you would be pissed. Dude, I would be. You would be so mad.
Yep.
I'd be flipping tables.
So that's fair play. That's a fair one. Like, but at the end of the day, like a sandwich is a bread with a meat in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. But a burger is a very specific type with ground beef formed into a patty.
So a burger is a type of sandwich?
I would say it is.
I would say so.
It is a type, a subtype of sandwich.
So it is not a sandwich, but it is a type of sandwich.
Type of, yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it's like, I was about to say a joke, and it would really get you not monetized at all. So I'm not going to do it at all. It was one of those Venn diagrams that all of these are not this, but all of these are this. And then I thought about it and I was like, oh no, we don't need that hate mail on Marco's channel, dude.
Oh, what's the weird saying? Like all like bourbon is whiskey, but not all whiskey is bourbon, or something.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Right, exactly. Yeah. So like we're all pigeons are birds, but not all birds are pigeons, type of thing. Yeah. That's the better one. But yeah, mine was a lot more hateful and directed at.
You made social classes of beef now.
Yeah. Jeez. There's more political party stuff, but yeah, we'll yeah. So now we're tilting that line.
I feel like I should grab my mask and put it on and just do the thumbs up on that one.
All right. It's like, let me call that. Cut.
Yeah, we cut that one out. Now get it out of editing. All right.
Oh man. So all right. So what do you guys, as much as you can tell, what do you guys have like planned for 2019 with the stuff that you're currently doing that you are ready to like release out there? Like Wes, you were talking about the website and the game that you're about to have. Todd, you're delving more of like the tabletop stuff. Like what do you guys that are willing to unveil that you're going to be pumping out in this year or this coming year?
Yeah, so I'll go first because mine's pretty easy. So yeah, brand new website. It's going to be a blog for as much time as I'm going to take off from like Twitch and doing Let's Plays and YouTube and stuff. I'll be posting on the blog. I'll be doing dev updates. I'll be doing screenshots. That's where I'll release names of my games and like trailers and all that stuff first. Then it'll kind of open up and everything. I'll still be doing the Wes unboxes because that's a huge hit on YouTube and people want to see it every month.
And so it's super easy to kind of.
Oh my god, you can film and edit and post an episode in like an hour and a half. It's the best thing in the world. It gets the most traction out of any content I've ever made.
But so that's like a reboxing video.
Oh shit!
That's contact data. Don't take
that's prime cut. We're talking about beef. That's prime cut. USDA choice.
I've done it once.
Once is all you need. Like it's just a perfect specimen. It's like here it is.
It's like a fucking loot crate. I just fucking got it. Did the unboxing video, and then I cut. All right, let's start it back up. All right, so I got this loot crate, and we're gonna rebox it.
It's like the idea is so good and rare. It's like a Stradivarius, man. Just like keep it self-contained.
It's such an asshole thing to do.
Demonetize it like fuck this. Off right now.
Anyway, you're reboxing? No.
It's like, wait a minute, no, we're not starting this. YouTube will hire up. No.
What's funny is when I did the reboxing video a week later, they were just like, "Oh, here are the new rules for monetization."
Okay.
You're welcome, YouTube. I'm not taking the blame for it. We know what the problem was.
Yeah, we know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, so kind of doing the website, the blog type thing, and then I'll release 2 games this year. One that's going to be out relatively soon in the next few months, called Recon Shooter. Mm-hmm. And so that's why you saw all the stuff of like me doing live arms training and tactical training and winks and nods and stuff. So we legit are going out in the woods, handguns. I bought an AR. Like we have all these like firearms, and we're doing actual firearm training with like police and all that shit. It's rad as fuck, dude. It's awesome. But it's all. Yeah, man, exactly. So we're going in, we're doing basic 25-yard shooting, 50-yard shooting, long distance 150-yard with but I only have like a 22 rifle, so it's not a big hoss of a, it's not like a hand cannon.
You're not throwing 308 down the range.
No, God, because that's like for 4 bullets, it's $85, and it's like, fuck, man, these rounds are expensive as shit. Yeah. But with a 22, you can get a pack of 500 rounds for $11. Oh, it's like, mwah. You get all this practice in for not much money. And so
I'm called West Cable now.
Yeah, I'm pretty much doing that. But like, I want to get in the sense of it. I want to do the whole thing. Whenever you watch a movie and you see the behind the scenes stuff, and it's like, well, to really get in character, we all did boot camp and we blah blah blah. I was like, shit, man, let me do that, and then I could talk about it. What's it like doing live fire training? Like we have an old busted down car that we like open the doors of and like act like we're doing shit. But that's stuff I can put in the game because I've done it. Like I know what that feels like. So it's like I can realistically write about it. I can realistically put it in the game. I can make sure the dimensions are fine. But yeah, 2 games. One that's called Recon Shooter. The other one that's not announced. and then a book. I will be publishing a book in 2019. Yeah, it's I can't tell you the title yet. I know what the title is, but I don't want to give it away so no one else can like copyright it before I can.
Smart.
But it's a sci-fi book, and it's not some big grand sci-fi thing. It's about one guy, basically Solid Snake in it. He's going on a mission. He has to go on a ship, figure out what's going on. Very much kind of that Metal Gear, Dead Space. Like he gets there, and I worship Battlestar Galactica, so it's that sort of like the ship is a main character.
Okay.
And then you kind of and I always love the trope. Like I'll dish a little bit of details right here. I always love that trope in like haunted house movies, to where you don't know if it's the person going crazy or if the house is making them go crazy. Like you know what I'm saying, like a Conjuring or whatever. It's like, oh my god, this house is haunted, and then you're like, no, you're just kind of nuts. But then is the house really haunted? It's an old trope and it's worked for decades. And I'm like, I think I have a unique take on it because I've seen so many of them. My wife loves horror movies. I want to make a book that makes you feel nervous, and I want to get a book. I like the idea of taking a badass, putting them in a situation to where they crumble. And then they have to like rebuild up mentally, like to get past something. Okay. So that's sort of what the idea is I'm not sure how long it's going to be. It might be a novella. Just get in and get out. Like it's going to be economical. It might be 200 pages, it might be 80 pages, it might be 400 pages. Who knows? But as it goes on, it's going to have some good, hopefully twists and turns and stuff. But yeah, really writing the book is main priority. Finishing the recon shooter, other priority. And then the next game is going to be bigger. And I think I might charge for it because it may also come out on Android, iOS, more mobile type stuff as well. So yeah, man. So but I'm excited about it. I gotta learn what I'm doing. I gotta learn. And so at that point, that's why I'm not charging for my games right now. One, they're not good enough to charge for. And I don't say that being like self-deprecating. I sincerely mean it. Like they're not good enough to charge. Who would pay $5 for Target Shooter? Nobody. They would demand their money back. They'd be like, "This lasted all of 3 minutes. Like this is not even
1 minute long." So
exactly. It's like there's not enough content there. Like it's cool, and you could see it, and you see the lighting, and you're like, "Wow, he made a thing. That's cool." And like Recon Shooter is going to be a few steps above that. It's going to have voice acting. It has interaction. It has door mechanics. It has a lot of stuff. But then after that is really where it's going to start taking. Okay, now I have to draw a map. Now I have to make a background story. Now I have to, start building this thing and then have it be bigger and bigger. So I'm super stoked about it. I am going to kind of be in the shadows. I'll be on YouTube every once in a while. All my Let's Plays are on hold, all that other stuff until I get my main projects out the door. And then we'll see where we're at. But like, I think going game dev and writing is the number one. So that's why I went back to a blog. I want people to be interested in how I write. And then they'll buy a book based on how I write. So
that's a pretty good plan. So
yeah, man.
So I mean, with the whole game development thing, like especially with the third game, like is crowdfunding like thing in the works?
No. And here's why. I don't want to force people to feel like they need to pay me before a product is done.
Okay.
But I'm a one-man studio. I don't have voice acting friends. I don't have I know I could probably hire you guys to do it, and I'd love to have you guys in the game. But like, here's the thing, man. But like, I would pay you all for your time. You know what I'm saying? So I would have to have some sort of way to have pure incentive, get like contracts signed with you guys. Like I would take it serious because that's a thing. If it's going to bring an income, I want everyone to get part of it because that's the way to do it. If you're making a creative endeavor, you should be paid for your time. But I don't want to put up, because we've even seen big studios put up Kickstarters and they never release anything. And then all these people are pissed. You know what I mean? So it's like, I would rather, like we said before, just release a thing and be like, you know what? It's pay what you want, whatever you think this is worth. Because in my mind, I'm like, okay, maybe if I put a $1, it's 99 cents, $1, like that's the minimum, but then you can pay whatever you want after that. Yeah. I think that would be more fair than saying, here's a pledge of $30. Here's a pledge, because no, man, like, no, I want people to pay what they think it's worth. So it might just be worth, it might just be worth $1 to them. And you know what? God bless. Like, that's fine. But if they see it and they like it and they spend $1 and they really like it and they're like, dude, keep it up, man. Here's $30. Mm-hmm. I love it. It's like a Twitch donation. Yeah. It's like you're never going to tell anyone that you have to spend money, but it's deeply appreciated when they do. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, but at a certain level, like my books, I think they're going to be on Kindle for like $3.99, paperbacks $9.99, and I'll sign them. You know, like I'm going to give something because.
Well, I was going to say one of the things you might want to look into is just POD on that if they want a physical book.
Yeah, and that's true, and that's what Amazon's really good at is they only make the book if someone bought it.
Yeah.
So like they only print it because I know I helped my wife publish her first Kindle book last year. Mm-hmm. Huge success, like super awesome. It has great reviews. Like it could not have gone better. You know what I mean? And it's called The Most Wonderful Fairy Tale, by the way, if anyone wants to go buy it, by Lynn Gardner. Go do that. Your boy made the cover, by the way. So because she didn't have to hire a graphic designer, I just did that shit for free. I was like, babe, it's all the money's going to the same place. So let's do that. So yeah, but having that experience, being able to say, yeah, I have a book in my name. I made all the stuff for it. I built all the background. But I need to get better at it. I think we're all going to know the point to where I could realistically be like, hey, I'm going to charge $15 for my game because people are going to be like, oh yeah, this game has 200 hours of content in it. This guy's nuts. You know, like how did he do that? Like how did he make a thing that would last forever? But like, I'm hoping Recon Shooter lasts about an hour and a half. And of course you could go back in and replay missions and stuff, but I'm hoping it would last about an hour and a half. So at that rate, I still don't want to charge money for it. Like I want people to know that I'm taking it serious and that it's looking good and it's working good. And plus, that way, more people are going to play it if it's free, and I get better feedback on, hey, I have this type of system. It didn't quite work right. Can you figure out what this kink is? So that's perfect. It's like crowdsourcing, but the only thing that someone has to give is their time and their bandwidth. That's it. They don't have to give money. They don't have to do that. I think that's fair, at least to me. Yeah, exactly. So in the future, who knows? But as of right now, and I will always keep those games free. The games that start off free will always be free. I will never start charging for stuff that was free before, ever. Like I have sworn to it. I have a full-time job anyway. I have a career in technology. This is for fun. This is for the love. This is for the passion, and to see if I can do it. Yeah. So I like fans being, or people that want to play the game as being in on it as well. Mm-hmm. Like as part of the experience, as hey, we're making a thing together. Let's all figure out how this goes. Essentially, what's it like being a beta tester? Because that's what you guys are going to be. Is like I'm going to release it on itch.io. You guys are going to download it. You're going to find some funny ass bug, and you're going to show it to me. And I'll be like, oh my god, that's hilarious. But that's part of it, and I appreciate that. And like I really do think that as more and more people start helping with that, and just on their own time or whatever, I'm going to start putting their name in the credits. Because I'm going to send it to you guys. Your name's going to be in the credits. And I'll be like, hey, thank you for the QA teams. Thank you for the, and I'll have, Nerd in the Bay. I'll have, Moriartea Time. I'll have all these Twitch. Like, that's the thing. If I make it, I can plug whatever the fuck I want. So like, if you want to help out, I'll plug your shit. That's just how it is. So, but I think it's this nice long form. All the past 12 years has built up to this is what I feel like. Like, okay. I was meant to be a writer. I was meant to be a painter. I was meant to be some sort of creator on giving people stories. Because I love doing it, and I've always tried to do it, whether it's a podcast or blogs or whatever. So, like, let me really hone in, take it seriously, and get it done. That way, on my bucket list, I'm like, hey, I'm a published author. I'm a game developer. Like, I can put that on my tombstone. Like, I'm a published game developer. You know what I mean? Like, and that's crazy. That's crazy to me. Like, I love video games so much that I made one. Like that's insane.
That's the dream.
But that's the dream. That is the dream. Like I want to give back on the hobby that's given me and us so much. I want to put my flag down and be like, hey, this is what I like. Like here's what I think a good game could be. Here's what I think you guys would like and would be fun. Please let me know what you think. Free of charge. Enjoy. Yeah, for sure. But that's it for me. I'm sorry I took up like 25 minutes.
Oh, you're fine.
It's all good. Maury, how about you? Like any sort of plans for stuff that you're going to do for 2019?
I really don't have any solid plans. Haven't really thought too much about like, what kind of content I want to make in the new year, games I want to play, stuff I want to do. I think I'm just going to kind of keep doing what I'm doing, but kind of make it structured a bit better, like actually sticking to a set schedule and, just kind of going back to basics and just kind of going from there.
Okay. And when you played the games, was it like you felt like playing this game and then this game, or like you play this game and then you saw it all the way through to the end, or like what was the process there?
I was actually thinking earlier of like, all the games that I've started but I haven't finished. So I might start looking into actually completing games this coming year, more than I have in previous years.
Okay, good. Yeah, I definitely have the same issue. Like I have a backlog and I need to get rid of that. My thinking of getting rid of that is putting it on YouTube or putting it like content somewhere.
Yes, totally. That's absolutely yes.
I don't want it to be wasted. Like, I just play it and then nothing's recorded or anything.
What you do is you put it up on YouTube, do like an episode or two, and wait to see if people mention like, "Hey, you haven't done an episode of this in a while." And you go,
totally. That's totally right. That's the best way to do it. It's like I'm playing this game a lot. I could talk 30 minutes and put it out on West versus Backlog, and then I put it out and I'm like, I never have to play that game again. And then I uninstall it and it's done. Like,
somebody says, why aren't you playing Skyrim?
Oh, I thought you were the Skyrim guy. Did you try any of the mods?
Did you know you could put Macho Man as the dragon?
Oh man, the Choo Choo, the Thomas the Train.
Oh man,
I love that Macho Man Dragon mod. Though
What's funny is over the holidays, my sister had the revelation that I never played Skyrim. Her and her husband never knew I never played Skyrim, and it became a whole thing of like, "What do you mean you haven't played Skyrim?" And
is that why Skyrim's on your wish list?
Yes, it is.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering.
Because I said to them, like, well, if I should play it, then maybe you should just fucking buy it for me.
There you go. Perfect.
Todd could be the new Skyrim guy.
No, I'm already the vampire guy.
No, I
already got too much. I got too much on my plate with the vampire stuff, and
that's right. That's right.
You have Vampire Federation. You're gonna do Skyrim Federation, AW.
That's right, man.
Whatever All Elite Wrestling is gonna be announced, like what tonight, tomorrow, or whatever. We're gonna do something with Skyrim with Todd there.
I'm gonna just knight you, the Skyrim guy. I'll be like, I'm gonna pass the mantle.
Don't do that.
No. And then what's the dumb sayings that God, I wish I could remember what those NPCs would always say. Because after you play that game for 350 hours, you hear it in your mind's eye, like you hear it just all the time. It's like, oh, traveler, and you're like, oh fuck.
Welcome to the dark. Let me try that again. Welcome to the.
You wake up in a cold sweat.
And you're like,
it's like The Witcher, voices. Where I just like all I could hear Geralt say, all I can hear him say now is, looks like rain. And that's all I can imagine him saying now, no matter what.
Geralt.
Though if I did play Skyrim, I would have the Geralt mod, so he would be a companion, just so he can just be like,
yeah. Looks Geralt like mod for Skyrim? And then I'd be able
to jump down like mountains and go, hey, how about you try going down a step?
Yeah.
Seriously, is there a Geralt mod for Skyrim? Because I might have to get that.
There is.
Oh my god, yes.
Okay. Todd, how about you? What's the plans for 2019?
Okay, so the plans is I don't want to say I'm doubling down on anything too much. I mean, streams have been kind of like sporadic, but that's life, you know. But as of right now, I still have 2 podcasts. We got the third one, which is going to be the game. So that's 3 right there for the network. We're gonna have a fourth one, which is going to be the game as well. Then I think Ray is doing something for the network, which is going to be awesome because it's going to be the first thing I'm not involved with.
Nice.
That's terrific. So they'll be able to be like, hey, I'm actually doing a network now as opposed to me doing all the fucking work.
Hell yeah.
Also putting up a ton of fucking merch that people don't buy. So that's also a thing.
Perfect. Hey, one day they will. If it's there, build it and they will come, right?
So this past year, what I I've had a Redbubble store and I had a Spreadshirt store. I decided to open up a TeePublic store. When I opened it up, I went to Maury, I went to Ballin of Thurballin Gaming, and I went to and I went to Ray and I said, "Hey, you guys don't have stores. Would you want me to either design something for you and put it up and then just pay you out the commission or whatnot?" Everybody said yes. So, I mean, they all have merch up in the stores now. So
that's awesome. So out of those like Redbubble, Teespring, like stuff like that, which one do you actually recommend the most?
Yeah, I'm curious about that too.
I like TeePublic. You don't control the pricing, which is an interesting thing. So t-shirts are like single print t-shirts are $20, but they throw them on sale a lot for $14.
Oh, there you go.
Wow, that's cool.
It does affect your commission. Like if it's on sale, you only make $2 on a shirt versus $4 on a shirt.
Gotcha. Oh, but still, money's money.
Yeah, right? But I mean, like here's the Thurballin Gaming Gazillion.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
It's real fucking soft too. I have the Moriartea Tea Time shirt that I designed as well somewhere around here. It's a fucking shirt.
That should be in quotations. Like that's real fucking soft, Todd.
Yeah. And like on any of the merch that I make that isn't for me, that goes on the store, I clearly state like commissions go to this person. So it'd be like commissions go to Moriartea Time or commissions go to Thurballin of Thurballin Gaming because I sent him a Christmas gift and I addressed it Thurballin of Thurballin Gaming because I'm that much of an asshole.
And what did he address yours as?
So he used my Twitter name, which right now is Todd Electronic Voice Phenomena spelled with an F. Because this past year I became an Easter egg in one of the Vampire the Masquerade mods.
Nice. There you go.
Yeah, I mean we've done a lot. I mean between me, Maury, Ray, and Ballin, we've done a lot with the podcast. I mean we took like the last month and a half off. Yeah. It's mostly been like, hey, are we gonna record? Yeah, let's record. And then it's just like, let's just watch shit on Rabbit. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. We're gonna watch cooking shows. Which, by the way, if you guys have Netflix, check out Nailed It. It is fucking fantastic.
Oh yeah, that show is incredible.
It is. Did you see the holiday one?
Not the most. We've watched like 2 or 3 episodes of it, but it's so
because there's Nailed It, and then there's a separate series called Nailed It Holidays. It's an entire season of them just doing holiday bakes.
Oh, nice.
One of the episodes they bring back 3 previous contestants, 2 of which were in the first 2 episodes. You have what is it? The old woman. What the fuck was her name?
Sounds like Terrorist House.
Yeah, you have her, but then you also have Sal. If you've watched the 3rd episode of Nailed It, Sal is the guy who throws the chocolate in the candy melts into the microwave and sets it for 5 minutes and goes, it's done. Doesn't follow a recipe or anything like that. Oh, it's fucking terrific. And the woman's on the episode where they got to make the donuts at the beginning, and it's like, it's just like it's some kind of psychedelic pirate donut thing, cowboy, whatever.
Right.
They're supposed to look tired.
All right.
Fucking terrific. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of hoping to have like more programming for the network. That's the biggest thing. I kind of want to have less that I'm involved in, where I can just be kind of like, oh, hey, you got something? This is the day that I'm putting you on. This is when that's going to release. Like right now, I think we're releasing Vampire is going to be on Mondays. It's going to release on Mondays, YouTube and podcast. And it's like every other week on that. And then Tuesday we got Pod Errors when we get back to doing that. Gimmick Bag on Wednesday. Ray's doing. I know they're working on Comfy Corner, which is something he used to do on Twitch. Until Twitch, you can't read books on Twitch. It's a thing. But then again, at a certain point, they said, "Oh, you can't eat on stream either." So
Yeah, and you defied those odds. So
well, no, they made it a fucking category, and I was just like, "Well, you make it a category. People are doing mukbang. I'm gonna sit here and eat a giant sandwich."
Yeah.
But basically, what Ray is going to be doing is essentially doing a podcast version of like Audible, where it's like has a book, reads a couple chapters, that's one episode, and reads a couple more chapters, that kind of thing. So
there you go.
It's kind of a cool thing. There was positive feedback when they did it on Twitch up until they had to stop, but I know they've been looking forward to it and have said that they've recorded a few episodes. It's just a matter of them finishing the reading of the book so they can kind of send all the episodes. I can get them uploaded and get everything set up. But
yeah, I was going to ask, is there like a workaround of that right now?
On Twitch, no.
Yeah.
Sadly not. I mean, if it's original work, you can do it, but if it's not, you can't, which is weird because they allow us to play video games, and there's people that watch public domain movies on Twitch.
Right?
Huh.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
No pay-per-view fights and all that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you have people that'll sit there and they'll be watching like a wrestling pay-per-view. Like you can kind of hear it, but you won't like you can't see it.
Right.
And they're just kind of talking in the chat like, "Oh my God." Meanwhile, they got people in their, in their Discord they've sent rabbit links to. So everybody in the Discord's in the room watching it with
watching it. Yeah.
So I don't fucking know. I would, and I'm gonna pitch this right now to Maury. One day we have to sit down, watch a movie, and just riff on it and record it.
Yes.
There you go.
That's fantastic. Yes.
Mystery Science Theater.
And we will start with Blade Runner. I'm joking.
How dare you?
No, I fucking love Blade Runner. But Maury, you haven't seen Blade Runner, correct?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
Well, I've seen a little bit of it.
I see
It
Wes
was
kind of tensing up there.
Yeah, I was like,
it was like one of those like Dark Side of the Rainbow things where it was Pink Floyd with the Wizard of Oz.
Oh, right,
So
right.
I watched all the way through that, and then they started they started a little bit of Blade Runner with like one of the other Pink Floyd albums that like matched up pretty well. And then I think it was like time to go.
Yeah. Well, and I will be the first to say, because Blade Runner, my favorite film ever made. I will be the first to say that movie's very slow. Like,
they
extraordinarily slow. And I hate to use this term. It's a little rapey. A little bit. There's a scene in there that's a little not great anymore. And I was like, oh, after rewatching it, I was like, this hasn't aged well.
No.
But I think it has more to do with the fact of Harrison Ford and Sean Young do not get along at all. Like even in life, personal life, nothing. They cannot stand each other.
Dang.
Okay.
But there's a love scene. And you could tell neither one of them was feeling it too much, which is why, you know what I mean? So it's not aggressive. It's not any of that stuff.
It's just like they're forcing us to do this.
Yeah. So you look at it and you're like, oh, this isn't great. Like it's just very unsettling.
Other than that, the visuals hold up. So
holy shit.
Well.
I have bought that movie, no lie, about 6 times.
Yeah.
And I bought the 5-disc director's cut or the final cut. Then I bought it again because it had a different packaging. Then I'm gonna buy it again on 4K, ultimate high def.
Dang.
So I'm gonna have like 4 to 5 different Blu-ray versions of the same movie, the same release. Like one of them was a different, like I have it back here. Yeah, one of them was a different region. It's region 2 instead of region 1. Same exact thing, same exact deal. Doesn't matter. That way, if my region 1 stops working, I can watch the region 2.
Got a backup.
That's right. I did the same thing with Battlestar too. I have like 4 box sets of Battlestar. Each it cost me like $200.
Oh my god.
Ridiculous. Oh god, yeah, man. I'm obsessed with it.
But I mean, like Blade Runner is just so fucking good. I still haven't watched the most recent Blade Runner.
It's outstanding. It is.
I hear it
like,
is, but I don't want to. I don't want to ruin my love of Blade Runner.
You won't. You won't. I can tell you this, brother, because I'm right in your shoes. I can tell you the exact thing. Like, me and my wife were sitting in the theater, and after it got done, she was like, "Wow, that was really good. What did you think?" And she looked over at me, and I literally had like a tear in my eye, and I was doing this like the Prey like album cover type thing, and I had to think for a minute, and I looked at her and I said, "It's perfect," because it's perfect in the same way the first Blade Runner is. There are a ton of problems with Blade Runner.
Oh, yeah.
The same way there's a ton of problems with Blade Runner 2049. But at the end of it, it got what counted. It nailed the atmosphere. Even like Ryan Gosling, it has freaking Batista in it. And you're like, what the fuck? It has Batista. It has all this stuff in it. And I was like, this is genius. It's a better, I will say this, Blade Runner 2049 is a better movie than the first Blade Runner. Because because the plot happens more. There's more of a plot, I should say.
There's more of a plot, and the pacing's a little better.
Yeah. It's a movie. You're going to see a movie when you see Blade Runner 2049. Like, there's a beginning, there's an Act 1, an Act 2, and an Act 3. There is a character arc, but the actual crux of what makes Blade Runner the thing. They got it. And I was like, oh, I was so worried going into it. I was like, I'm going to keep an open mind. You know, they'll never be able to take away Blade Runner from me. But, you know, like, so if this one's not good, I might have to go back. And then I saw it. It was great.
Well, and I'm having the same problem with like hearing that they're doing a remake or a sequel-esque thing for Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, I love that movie so much.
Yep, that's how I feel about The Crow, because they're getting
Jason Momoa.
Yeah, see, he could pull it off, but the thing is, you don't have to use Eric Draven and Shelley Webster. Like, you don't need to use those names.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of different crows. Like,
no shit. There's a really shitty one with Tara Reid, and then like the guy shoots himself, and then his head comes back up. You guys remember that one?
Is that the one with Ed Furlong in it?
I think so, actually, yes. Because here's the thing. The Crow first one, undeniable classic. A cult classic of 90s cinema. Alex Proyas, the dude that made Dark City. Amazing. It's almost like a Blade Runner vibe. It's like dark streets and rainy and all this shit, and it's this gothic, awesome shit. City of Angels, the one after that. I like it better than a lot of people. But
it's good, but it's not as good as it
could
be.
Correct. I agree with that. Like, there's some hilarious shit. Like, Iggy Pop is in there and he's masturbating to a stripper, and it's hilarious. Like, there are things in that movie that will make you laugh out loud. But then there's the one scene, and it's that actual scene whenever he keeps putting the coins back in the deal for the little peep show thing to open back up, and then the crow's sitting there instead of the stripper, and he's like, you're gonna put your eye out or something, or he's like, you better stop doing that, big boy. And then he like kicks through the window, and I was like, hell yeah. But so that's what that movie is. That movie is schlock, but it's schlock with a heart. And then the rest of them,
Evil Dead 2 to Evil Dead,
absolutely 100%. And then the rest of them are fucking dreadful.
Yes.
They are horrible films that I don't recommend anyone watch ever. Dreadful.
It's like Highlander was good. The rest of them were pretty shit, and there was a decent TV series.
Yeah, that's exactly, because The Crow had a decent, that Stairway to Heaven or whatever it was with Iron Chef America guy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's for real, man. He had the long hair and everything, and I was like, what the fuck? You look at him now, they just put a little bit of makeup on him too, with a little bit of, I was like, all right, he's gonna bite an apple in a minute. He's gonna be like,
but yeah, what is it? Big Trouble. Apparently, was it Dwayne Johnson's attached to that? So,
oh my god.
Whoa, who would he? He can't play the lead because.
Well, if I can see him playing a lead if they don't have Jack Burton.
Right, that's what I was going to say, because like Kurt Russell's a very specific type of action lead hero.
Yeah,
like he's the guy that looks at the camera and does the shrug, and then you're with it. Like, he can break the fourth wall and you don't care. Yeah. But whenever The Rock does it, as charismatic as that dude is, and he made a career out of breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah,
it's not the same. Yeah. Like, it's, I don't know.
Like how a hamburger isn't a sandwich, but it kind of classifies as a sandwich.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. That we're bringing it together. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, like even like, have you guys watched Big Trouble in Little China recently? Or
Oh yeah,
Not lately. No.
It's been a few years, but I remember like, oh, what is the thing like? Oh, what? There's one quote that's like, "China is here, Jack Burton." He's like, "China is here. What the hell does that mean? China's here." Like, it's been close enough that like I can remember some dumb lines from it, and then I'm like, "Oh, it's what's her face from Sex and the City." And
but yeah, I mean, like you look at Jack Burton, the character of Jack Burton, and he is essentially like, somebody threw out the idea of you get Jack Burton and Ash Williams in a film and see who's the more inept hero. Because Jack Burton does absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Like he stabs a guy with a knife, the guy falls on him, and then he struggles to get the guy off of him.
Yeah, it's great. It's the same thing that made Die Hard so good.
Yeah.
Because like Die Hard, that was an action movie starring your dad. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't the whole, that's totally what it was. It's like, here's a guy, and he's just hanging out, and he's in this building, and then all the shit goes down, so now he's crawling through the air vents. Like, that was the same thing. There's an appeal to it that, like, he's not a super soldier. He's not some hardcore badass. It's like, here's just a guy that drives a 18-wheeler, and like, you know, like, that's pretty much it.
And throws out little quips like, you know what Jack Burton always says in a time like this? Who?
Yeah, it's great.
Me.
So good.
Fucking terrific.
With Lopan.
Oh,
dude. So good.
Oh, geez. So yeah.
So to get back to it, Marco, what are your plans for 2019?
What are my plans? So you can see I have a little bit of a better laptop than what
Yes, sir. I'm stoked, dude. I'm so happy you got your PC, man. Like there is a world of like Dodd and Maury and myself, like we are going to coach you up, brother. We're going to get you open broadcast software. We're going to hook up you know what I'm saying? Like you're not going to want for anything because like this is the life we've been living for 3 to 4 years now.
Right. And I'm
so
just seeing the peak of it. And I'm seeing all this like, okay, I can do things with this.
And I'll go through my humble so you don't buy things that I have extra copies of.
Yeah, I did the same. Ask Marco, dude. That's the first thing I did. I was like, brother, I'm hooking up with like 40 games. I was like here, just
he gave me 50 games, dude. Like
what is it? Like so here's the thing. Like Marco posts this thing on Twitter. It's just like, oh, I got this, and Punch Club. And I'm like, I have like 3 copies of Punch Club.
Oh no.
No, it's fine. Of course, I want to support them and all that stuff.
Oh, of course.
Well, I mean, I've already supported them. So.
Yeah.
3 times.
So yeah, I got a bunch of those games. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do something with these. Either whether it's gonna be Let's Plays itself or like I do intro to mobile games. I can do intro to PC games.
That would be great, dude. I've thought about that. Like that exact first hour of gameplay or whatever of a game. That's a great series. It gets you into it. Like hell yeah, dude. I'm like all for that.
Hour, sort of speak.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I got also this
Twitch so you can play Laundry Simulator.
Oh shit, son!
Jealous.
Whoa!
I want one so fucking bad.
I got one. So yeah, a bit.
If you have the Spiral trilogy, I'm fucking coming down there.
So yeah, I got some games. I got a bunch of fighting games because I have.
Oh yeah, man.
Are you getting on the Jump Force?
Probably most likely. Yeah, a lot of it's gonna be fighting game stuff.
And Yakuza.
Oh, yeah, I got 6.
Yes.
I bought 6.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a day one PS4 purchase for you. What game do you want with your system? Yakuza 6.
I didn't get Zero or Kiwami, but like that's next. Yeah. But the first I got because GameStop had like a buy 2 what was that? Used game. The third one is free. It was like
oh hell yeah. Yeah.
Mortal Kombat 10 because 11 is about to come out. Just dive into that and put some like gameplay out there. Street Fighter 5, of course, because I like the dumb story and yeah, we're gonna delve into that.
Right.
So like a lot of the fighting games, like I'm delving into the dumb story and I'm like, okay, let's talk about this dumb story. Like,
oh yeah, man.
This thing happening and then I'm finding a lot of like fighting games that are out there, on PC as well. Like I downloaded Hyper Dragon Ball Z, which is like a lot of like sprite work of like of course the characters of course, but like it's a lot of like homemade. It's like just start from some dirt. Hyper Dragon Ball Z. I got the pre Xenoverse Dragon Ball of Dragon Ball Online. So I'm delving into the MMO part of it as well.
Wow, yeah, man.
Yeah, so like, you know, sky's the limit now with these two things that I got. So
nice.
it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting 2019 for
dude. You got a PS4 at a perfect time because now everyone's like, oh, PS5. Everyone's talking about the new shit that's gonna come out. But I'll tell you what, man, you can get The Witcher 3 for $16 at Walmart, sealed. You can get Titanfall 2, which I have been all about lately. Like, because I'm making a shooter, I'm like, I might as well play some more shooters. I even dug down deep and went and played like Soldier of Fortune, the original one, and I was like, God, this game is shitty, but it's awesome. But it's
dive into America's Army if you can.
That totally. I started playing that on PS4, in fact. So yeah, man, Marco, it's free to play. Download it, dude. We'll be on it's tactical. You have to duck and like do all sorts of cool shit. And like it's but yeah, man, there's so many good games on PS4. And they're getting cheaper and cheaper now because you talked about like Yakuza Kiwami, $20 brand new. Brand new 20. It's on the PlayStation Classics, man.
And zero.
Stunning. Yeah. Like it's the perfect time. That's a great call. You can stream directly from the system. You don't even need the OBS stuff if you don't want it. You can just go straight from there, 720p. Beautiful.
Though I will advise a capture device if you're going to be capturing footage. So
I would too. But if you can't do it yet, because remember, my first streams were like Trials Fusion from the PS4.
Fair.
And Infamous, and like, so whatever gets it out there. And I'll tell you what, you can build a big following just from streaming on PS4 because that's its own infrastructure. Like, you're not competing with Twitch people. People on their PlayStation can just go to like, well, who's on PlayStation Live right now? Yeah. And they'll see you playing Yakuza and be like, I love this game. And then you have 6 followers or 6 viewers that you never would have had before.
Yep.
You know?
Right.
Exactly. And then show your YouTube and then
go there. Done and done.
That's the plan. That's the idea.
Yes, sir. Dude, I'm excited. I'm stoked.
I'm excited too, and I'm a little worried at the same time, but it's just getting over all.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be good. We're your safety net, man. We're gonna get you going. I think is Humble Bundle still doing the Vegas bundle right now with like
double check.
Because if so, tell me, Marco, and I'll get you the discount coupon because I'm a humble sponsor.
You're a humble guy.
Humble guy. So
Python.
Yeah, Python just came out.
Python replaced the Vegas bundle.
Because I was like, the Vegas bundle for $5, you get Sony Vegas. So if you were talking about doing some like movie directing, like getting the capture deal, but I did give you that one. It's called DaVinci.
Yeah.
Resolve, I think it is. It's great, man. It's super good. It gives you a lot of options. It'll be free forever. Awesome. Like they use it in Austin whenever they do filmmaking stuff. Like I know Robert Rodriguez used it for a while, but it's free. It's absolutely free. You don't have to owe anything to anyone. It outputs to 4K. Like it's all right there, dude.
Yeah. Oh, probably one more thing. Like as Todd was pitching the Mori, like I'm downloading. Of course, I'm downloading all the emulators, MAME, and all that stuff. PS.
Your PlayStation Classic, gotcha.
Yeah. Hey, I did, dude. That's what I did. I broke mine wide open.
So I'm seeing that it has NetPlay, and I'm thinking like, is there a way that like I know I love beat 'em ups, and I know like sure a single player beat 'em up video, okay, yeah, that's okay, I guess. But how about a NetPlay, beat 'em up where all of us are talking and just
hell yeah.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh
yeah, dude. Right? It's like because it has like NetPlay, GGPO. You have all that stuff built into these things, and like hell yeah, if we do Metal Slug, we do like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Simpsons game, whatever you want, dude. We're there.
Yeah, I would love to delve into that and tinker with that and see if we can make that happen. But
yeah, man.
That X-Men game, that 4-player X-Men game,
so good, dude.
I am Magneto, master of magnet. Welcome to die.
We get 5 more people. We get the 6-player one. Yeah, it's
X chickens.
literally 20 minutes till the New Year's for Todd.
Me.
Yes, sir. So officially
Who
20
cares?
officially.
I've seen
Yeah.
34 of them before. It's no big deal.
No.
Yeah, I think we're gonna call it here, guys. Thank you guys for just joining with me and just talking about how the year went. And I wish everybody here, of course, like the best of luck and all the well wishes of what you guys have in store. Guys, where can people find you if they want to look for you, Todd, or Maury or Wes? Where can people find you? Todd, go ahead, go first.
You can find me at twitch.tv/Moriartea_time.
You can find me at twitch.tv at TODDEVF.
I'm an asshole. I really am.
That threw me off guard. Okay.
No, I mean you can find me on I'm on what is it? Everything I'm putting on the Precipice Podcast Network YouTube page because we don't have a custom URL and I don't want to read characters and capitalize this and number that and lowercase this. You can just go to youtube.com/The Insanity Chamber. Anything that I'm posting, I'm linking onto that page.
Cool.
It should be on the front page there. Like the Nashville by Night stuff's up there right now. But yeah, twitch.tv/TODDEVF, twitter.com/TODDEVF, facebook.com/TODDEVF. I mean, you may see me in some of those dirty groups, but
Filthy. Scandalous.
Still hits me the same, and then yeah. There you go. Maury, how about you? Where can people find you?
I can be found at twitch.tv/MORIARTEA_time. I also have a Twitter and an Instagram with the same name, spelled the same way. So you can find me on there as well.
Cool. He's like literally making the Twitter right now.
Exactly.
Twitter, sweater, same day.
Twitter's like, how about you, Wes? Where can people find you?
Oh yeah, if you go to Google and just type in KamiDaHobo, you're bound to find something. KamiDaHobo. Hit me up. KamiDaHoboEntertainment.com just launched today. It's going to be my blog. It's going to be updated at least weekly, if not more than that. It's just going to be behind the scenes stuff. Of course, youtube.com/Kami, the letter V, and then the number 2. Twitter.com. Twitter.com/KamiDaHobo, youtube.com/KamiV2, twitch.tv/KamiDaHobo. I mean, facebook.com/KamiDaHobo. Like I said, if you type in KamiDaHobo onto Google, it's bound to go somewhere. But yeah, just hit me up somewhere. I got the new website up on the About page. It has a contact list. So if you want business inquiries, want to know something about the new game, I'll be doing all those #1 hits, all those world premieres on the website, KamiDaHoboEntertainment.com. But yeah, let me know what you want to see. It's going to be all plugged there, linked on Twitter, linked on Facebook, all that good stuff. So yeah, that's me, man.
Awesome. And you can find me, Nerd in the Bay, everywhere, just like as they were saying, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, what else? YouTube channel, of course. Marco Polo 177 is my personal Twitter handle, and that's where I just say random stuff or retweet everything. That's what I do on that one. And the Nerd in the Bay is just like, oh yeah, made a video. Here it is, sort of thing.
And then you retweet it from the Marco.
That's what I do. I like my own tweets.
That's right, dude. You got to do it. People don't know. People don't know.
Tweets just went live. Who liked? Oh wait, that was me.
Oh, it's like, oh. Yeah, but Marco's everywhere. He's on Farmers Only, like everywhere you can think of, right there.
We still got the Brethren Around Farmers Only page, by the way.
That is true. So good. I want all those poor people that are replying to it.
Yeah.
What's your favorite type of cereal?
Oh man.
No, Rose is going to kick my ass now.
It's okay. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching or listening. We really appreciate you guys taking the time. Oh, actually, I wanted to do a little bit of a competition thing.
Ooh.
There's a little bit of results, a thing that I wanted to just bring up. So I go up to Anchor, Right?
Is this about how you got like 500,000 subscribers on YouTube in like 6 months or something? Because dude, you killed it. The last part of the year, dude, you went from like 400 subscribers to like 1,200. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, this dude's going crazy.
You see me doing this. There's no sub for sub here. I'm not doing that. All right.
dirty.
I'm doing dirty groups, but that hey that's
yeah, sub for sub gets you banned.
Yeah, sub for sub. Yeah. So anyway, so so I look at the numbers of the podcast and I see like, okay, who's getting like a lot of plays. So the one with Todd and Maury.
Oh shit!
Has gotten 20 plays.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's good. Awesome.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the other ones, like with Loop Kicks, it was 13 plays. I had an actress that was on the podcast, 11 plays. I had one about talking about vacations, 11. So like Todd and Maury, you're up there. Tommy.
Oh shit.
Oh boy.
Has 22 plays.
Oh shit! I accept this on behalf of my Shenmue poster. This award.
If we take Tommy's plays and add our plays to it, this episode should get a minimum of 42 plays.
At least.
At least.
At least. What's that thing from Arrested Development? There are dozens of us. Dozens.
I was going to get into Steiner math on this, but
I'm not trying to sow the seed of competition.
There you go.
I was kidding, but yeah, that's one of the facts. But yeah, you guys you're killing it with those episodes. So I really appreciate
Yeah, of course, man. It was fun.
Yeah. So guys, thank you very much for watching and listening to this episode. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of this 2018. Like we only have like 20 minutes for.
Well, when you guys see this, it'll be 2019. So
yeah,
for sure.
Hopefully, you guys had a good 2018.
Yeah, right. So yeah, happy New Year for all you guys out there. Thank you guys for watching and listening, and we'll see you guys next time for the next episode of the Open Bar for Content Creators podcast.
Cheers, peace.
Bye.
Peace, all that. Bye. Be drinking beer. Peace, guys.